Good evening from Washington, D.C., and thank you to those of you joining us from around the world for news from a Catholic perspective. I'm Lauren Ashburn. President Donald Trump says he's looking forward to a meeting with North Korean leader Kim Jong Un, but he may still pull the plug on the historic summit. Correspondent Mark Irons just returned to the White House from the president's Mar-a-Lago resort in Florida. Good evening, Mark.
Good evening, Lauren. I was there when Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe's delegation left West Palm Beach International Airport this morning. He and President Trump spent the last 2 days at Mar-a-Lago discussing key issues like North Korea. President Trump is hopeful about his encounter with its leader, but he still reserves the right to back out.
If I think that it's a meeting that is not going to be fruitful, we're not going to go. If the meeting, when I'm there, is not fruitful, I will respectfully leave the meeting.
President Trump says he wants to remain flexible as he prepares for the first ever summit between the U.S. and North Korea in more than 6 decades.
북남 관계에서 달라진 것이란 아무것도 없습니다.
The president hopes to terminate Kim Jong Un's ability to use nuclear weapons and bring 3 Americans detained in North Korea back home.
The fact is that they do have 3 prisoners. We have been talking about them. We're negotiating now. We are doing our very best.
Trump also promised Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe he would work to secure the return of Japanese citizens abducted by North Korea.
We will work very hard on that issue.
Menti delle armi nucleari.
Pope Francis has called for world leaders to rid the planet of nuclear weapons. The U.S. did not sign a 2017 United Nations treaty on the prohibition of nuclear weapons, but last night the president expressed a lofty goal.
We have to end nuclear weapons, ideally in all parts of the world.
The anti-nuclear weapons group that won last year's Nobel Peace Prize says it's very supportive of a summit between President Trump and North Korean leader Kim Jong Un. Lauren?
Mark, the million-dollar question is, where will this summit take place? What do you know?
I spoke to one White House official with knowledge of the matter who is staying very tight-lipped about what sites are under consideration. But we do know the president has said 5 locations are being looked at.
White House correspondent Mark Irons reporting.